name is Babajide Morumfolu. I am a consultant with the Network on Police Reform in Nigeria, NOPRIN. We've been together for years, and I will be directing the affairs for now. Well, you are welcome to the public presentation of our new drama series, Kondo Kingdom. We have the support of National Endowment for Democracy to support this project, and it's been on for a while, been going up and down, traveled to a lot of places to get it done. In the past, we've done a lot of documentaries on police reform, done a lot of media advocacy on police reform in Nigeria, but at a point we now thought that we need to do a drama series that will be a regular feature on our TV stations all over Nigeria, so that people can really know more about police. And you know our police, they are very, very close to us, very close to us. They live amongst us. We have our family members who are either police, you know, somehow. Even my own father too is a retired policeman. I was born into policing. I grew up at the police barrack room 24. The present Oba of Lagos was in room 25. You know, then way back in the Papa room here. So for some of us, we know what it entails when we talk about policing, but quite a number of Nigerians don't know. Then, if you ask the kind of relationship that exists between people and police, people don't like it at all. But at the same time, Nigerians don't have any choice than to work with the police. And every day, even driving here, we'll probably see police on the way. So and there's nothing you can do. If you have any case or situation, any issue, then we still have to go to the police. They will ask, where is your police report? So people really need to know how to deal with the police, but at the same time, policemen need to be reformed, because we know that there are quite a number of things that have to be changed about police. So that's one of the reasons why we are all here, to see the drama series. So in a relaxed atmosphere for the policemen, for people in the civil society to see it, then now go back home and see what we can do about it. So I welcome you once again. I'd like to welcome some of our important personalities. We are all important here, but at the same time, we need to recognize the presence of Pastor Deji Adeleye, Executive Director, Independent Advocacy Project. Good morning, sir. Also, I want you to step forward to come and sit in the front seat. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I also like to recognize the kind of respect the Commissioner of Police Lagos State, that's Adiratika Odi, gave to NOPRIN, you know, by sending a representative here and talking about ACP Adagunturu, TA, Area Commander, Area F. Welcome, sir. I also like to, you can come to the front seat, sir. Thank you. I thought you were coming, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you. So I also like to invite Ugochi Okwe, Sarah. Ugochi Okwe, Sarah. You can come to the front seat, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Then also my own big Ebon, I would like to recognize his presence. I remember this is one of the people that encouraged me when I started newly, you know, going up and I see this young boy, and you know, at every point in time, even when I'm broke, I remember one day when he was in the bank, you know, I told him, say, I need money today, and I'll never forget that day in my life. There was nothing for me and my wife to eat at all, nothing at all. And I called him, sir, I need money now, even to feed today. He said, but all the money we make, I said, I use it for production. And I said, okay, maybe I need this production. He said, okay, can you come to me? I said, I don't have transfer fare. He said, can you pick Okada? I said, I will do, sir. I picked an Okada from Ikeja to Victoria Island, Adiola Hotel then. I got there, collected the 5,000 naira. You can remember about 12 years ago. 5,000 naira was a lot of money. Passed on the Okada again and went back home. For a month, I was still spending that 5,000 naira. Ladies and gentlemen, the person I'm talking about is my own Egbon, and he's a SA, Special Assistant Youth and Sports of Ogun State. Talking about Mr. Yomel Pakunle. You are welcome, sir. Thank you very much. Also, there's I don't know, I saw an Miriam from TVC. Okay, she stepped down. Okay. There was this lady I also met, some few days back. And it's been that, like we met, for many, many years. And she gave me a word that, don't worry, I'll come to your premieres. I'm saying, because anytime I call her, she's always busy. So I'm just wondering how she will make it. But, seeing her, in a different look, different attire today, I say, you really have time for us. And that is Miriam Ohamo. That's the manager sales TV continent. You are welcome, madam. So we have, all of you are all important, like I said, members of the press, we thank you. Some said they're on their way, but we can't just wait. We just have to continue today's program. Okay, the program, please. So, okay, I have one. So I would like to invite someone. Actually, I delayed his introduction. I call him Ikenga. Ikenga, this is, and also a man with a lion's heart. Tell this man to talk to Goodluck Jonathan in any form. He is there for you. I respect him so much. And I also know that in the civil society, they respect him so much. We've been together way back in CLU when I used to, work for CLU, Civil Liberties Organization. We've been way back then, a lot of struggles and all those things. But now is the one heading NOPRIN. That is talking about the National Coordinator for Network on Police Reform in Nigeria. Talking about Ikenga Okechukwu Unwagwa for his
The chairman of this occasion, Pastor KG Adeleye, the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State, command represented by ACP Ibudu, who actually, I can say confidently, is a friend of NOPRIN. This is the second time he's attending our event, and we are very happy to have you, sir. Other members of the table, gentlemen of the media, I say that because I know that there are no ladies. Gentlemen of the media, my colleagues in civil society, other participants. This is a welcome address by me at the public premiere of Kondo Kingdom at the Airport Hotel Ikeja, today, October 31, 2014. On behalf of the National Coordinating Committee, members and staff of Network on Police Reform in Nigeria, NOPRIN, wish to welcome you to this event, the public premiere of our drama series, Kondo Kingdom. Kondo Kingdom is a 26-episode television drama series which depicts various aspects of police working and living conditions, as well as conduct and performance. Kondo Kingdom employs satire as a means to expose and denounce unethical and abusive policing practices and to advocate for improvement in police welfare. Kondo Kingdom seeks to positively reinforce good policing practices, promote human rights awareness in the context of law enforcement, and improve community police relations. The drama series, an extra-grade production, is in furtherance of NOPRIN's efforts with the support of the National Endowment for Democracy, Washington, D.C., to advance police reform by mobilizing the public and government authorities to demand improvements in police welfare and reductions in police abuse through public media advocacy in Nigeria. From the first week in November 2014, we will be airing 26 episodes of the police television drama to promote police reform in Nigeria. Our decision to delve into television drama was informed by our recognition that television viewership is very high in Nigeria, and drama is a popular and effective medium of outreach, information, entertainment, advocacy, and civic education. Episodes highlight the poor state of police welfare because we want to see improvements in the general public's understanding of the harsh conditions under which our police officers operate. The drama portrays police abuse to discourage police exploitation and to inform citizens on their fundamental human rights. Episodes also seek to promote police-community partnerships in an effort to reduce crime. NOPRIN produced the police reform drama episodes in Pidgin English to reach the widest audience possible. The cast includes several popular Nollywood actors and aspiring university drama students, which should attract some public interest in the series. I must use this opportunity to express NOPRIN's profound and sincere appreciation to the cast of popular Nollywood artists and upcoming artists whose understanding, sacrifice, and public spiritedness made the materialization of this project possible. We had less funds than we needed to bring this project to fruition. We couldn't pay for professional services of these distinguished artists. They volunteered their quality services, almost free of charge. And these include popular artists like Edmond Enaide. We are still expecting them. I haven't seen any of them here. Ambrose Mosi, Lambert Dike, Yemi Shodimu, and Fishayo Ojugui. Also worthy of mention are Gold Sports, the costumier, Buki Moga, Bode Odeyemi, the director of photography, Emmanuel Davis, the ever-ready editor, Israel Adesco, the able production manager, Muhyiddin Sasilu, the multi-award-winning director, among all other cast and crew of the project. These artists showed understanding that this is not a profit-driven project, but a public service endeavor aimed at promoting human rights, ethical, professional, and democratic policing, and enhancing public safety, security, and justice in Nigeria. It is service to humanity. We thank them so much and do assure them that soon, when this project begins to receive increased public support and sponsorship, we will not forget to reward their patriotic sacrifice. They have sacrificed today for public good, but have also invested into a future from which they will reap. We want to thank Babajide Morofolu, the versatile and relentless production coordinator, who mobilized and assembled the cast of able and committed men and women. This film was shot at a village called Alare, which is 3 kilometers to Idiroko, Ogun State. We also thank members of this village for their warm reception, hospitality, enthusiasm, cooperation, support, and motivation, which contributed immensely to the success of this project. We plan to begin to air the 30 minutes per episode series once a week beginning from November 2014. We welcome partnerships with television stations and to air the series, as well as adverts and or sponsorships from corporate bodies in order to sustain the production of more episodes. We want to institutionalize the drama series as a means of public media advocacy to improve police welfare. And I'm sure you know that our police officers work under the harshest conditions. And some of the episodes will show you the kind of very impossible conditions, and we do not want to see that happen. We want an improvement in police welfare. We're not just talking about police misconduct, but we also know that sometimes the conditions under which they operate predispose them to misbehavior, and that is why we are harping on need to improve police welfare, discourage police abuse, and enhance public safety, security, and justice in Nigeria. We will be showing you a 45 minutes preview of the drama series at some point in the course of this event. We thank you all for responding to our invitation and urge you to sit back and view the preview. We would like to have your feedbacks on how we may improve on the drama. We hope to sustain the production of more series after the first 26 episodes. Let me repeat, for the purpose of emphasis, that we will welcome and appreciate the support and sponsorship of corporate bodies and the collaboration of television stations to continue to air this first and the subsequent set of episodes. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Ikenga Okechukwu Nwaguma, the National Coordinator of NOPRIN. Well, quickly, we won't waste too much of your time. Let me just give you an overview of Kondo Kingdom, how it all started, or what transpired in location. We had a lot of artists, like Oke said, a lot of university students who volunteered themselves that they just want to be part of this project. Even some Nollywood artists who we met on location. When we were writing the script, when we were doing the screenplay, there was someone who was not in my picture at all. He was not in my picture. It's not that I forgot him, but he was not just in my picture at all. I had another person in mind. But when we got to location, we were just boxed somewhere, and there was nowhere to go. And the director of photography said, "It's like I saw so person on this location." And I said, "Hey." I said, "Where is he?" He said, "Don't worry, we'll talk to him." And I'll tell you, by the time you watch some of these clips, you see that from the beginning to the end, he carried that movie, he carried that role. And talking about award-winning, most versatile Sunday, Afolabi is here. You're welcome. That is Ogaju in
so, now my mind has just come down because all along you did not mention my name. I say after the Ogaju. I was going to lay ambush for you.
No, Ogaju, don't show yourself. Ogaju, don't show yourself.
I should not show myself.
Oh, don't worry. Ogaju, what of Juliana? Juliana, okay, she did have the good.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. That's Sunday at Afolabi. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much. With Sunday Afolabi, we enjoyed ourselves in location. At times even when we are tired, when we are tired and say, let's go, let's do it. Even when it's 10 p.m., 11 p.m. in the night, you say, let's walk. I say, bros, it's because you have eaten. And once he eats in the morning, he will eat 7:30 a.m. in the morning. Then he continues to work, and he won't eat again until evening. But when it is 8, there's nothing you can do if he doesn't eat, no work. But when he eats 8 o'clock, you can work till morning, to break daybreak. So, we enjoyed ourselves. Edmond and Naibe and Rosmosi, all of them came with the impression of collecting big fat money. But when they got to the location, they said, wow, this is fantastic. They saw a lot of things. One thing that shocked me was my production manager. That's why the fact that we said, okay, I'm going to pay you this amount I don't have. He agreed. But on the last day, when we finished the job, I said, hey, Israel, so we're going to finish today. He said, I will thank God. And he said, but we need to pay some people. We are still owing. I said, I know. But don't worry, when we get to Lagos, I said, no, these people can't wait till Lagos. What do we do? And already, he had 150,000. I said, you just take this 50,000 and go home. Go and do Christmas with your family. Then we talk later. Do you know what Israel did? Israel used that 50,000 to pay those people at home. And I said, Israel, how are you going to do it? He said, just give me any amount. Even if it is 5,000, I'll go. Israel, I disapprove. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But the other Emmy is somewhere, you know, we were together at NOPRIN Productions. Is the one doing sound for Buddha Ultimate, you know, a lot of big projects. He's somewhere doing a meeting, but he said he will be here. But they also tried all they could do, because he said the day we started together, this thing can't fail. And it didn't fail. It didn't fail. At a point when we were blocked somewhere, we needed money. I was calling people, but they too was going up and down, you know. But we thank God everything went well. My able editor, Emmanuel Davis, a big round of applause for him. From the beginning, I said, Emmanuel, we are going to use three camera shoots. He said, fantastic, but I need a camera. I said, don't worry. I will also handle camera. I said, you are an editor. I said, don't worry, we handle it. So he doubled himself as cameraman, assistant production manager, line producer, assistant director, editing, everything. And he's still working even up to now. A big round of applause for him. So I can, you know, when the artists come, you know, I'll talk, you know, I have a lot to say about all of them. They all tried. It's not all about money, but it's just about getting the production done and seeing it come to life. And each time they call me, they're more alpha now, when is this thing coming to life? We need to see it on TV. I said, some of you, Lambert DK is on his way. Lambert DK is a businessman. He was the one paying for his own hotel. I said, Lambert, let me pay for your hotel. He said, don't worry. No, I just want to be part. He wasn't in our picture. We never had him in mind. He said, don't worry, I just want to be part of this project because I know what I'm seeing. I want police to be reformed and all those things. So he came. He's on his way. So, but anyway, on the last day, when we were leaving the hotel, we had already paid for the last day. And the manager of the hotel said, okay, I want to see you. I said, okay, anything? He said, no. He said, my chairman would like to see you. An Igbo man. And I saw the chairman. I said, good morning, sir. He said, they said, you people are going to there. I said, yes, sir. He said, you people, you surprised me, because Nigerians don't behave like this. I said, why? He said, all the other people that have been coming, they will owe us and they will run away. But your own is different. You have even paid up to the last day. I said, yes. He said, you know what I will do? Take the money. I've told the manager to give me back the money. The money you have paid for the last day. They gave it to Israel. So and anytime you feel, just feel free to come to Idiroko, come here anytime. You won't sleep here for free. You know, it was a nice experience working there. And one shocking thing is that Alari village, I think this might interest you, sir. Alari village, they don't have a police station in that village. No police station. So, but when we created our own police station, we rented a whole bungalow. We now painted it in our own color, our own police uniform. And the landlady now came to us and said, I was told that you people have painted my house to a police station. I said, yes, I've paid, but now no best. Well, after the project, we now paint it back to the normal color. He said, no, just leave it like that. Even the ballet of the village said, please just leave it. We don't have a police station. Now you have come and given us a police station. This is a police station. Up till now, that place remains Kondo police station. So that's one of the impacts we wanted to have. So up till now, they call it Kondo. So if you get to that village, just call Okada. I'm going to this village. They say, where? I say, is it close to Kondo police station? That's the way they describe where we're going. So just so happy, and the people in the village, they all have my number. They keep calling. Okay, when are you coming? You've not seen this thing on TV and all those things. So my visit to some TV station, when I tell them that about this, it's like they don't understand. They don't have the picture we have in mind. But I have that spirit that it won't die just like that. And by the grace of God, from next week, you continue to see it on our TV. Ambrose Moses is here. He's a fantastic singer, a songwriter, an artist, a TV, a model, and everything. I also took him to that location. Say, Ambrose, he said, Jide, I know they act film. And they sing, you know, say, na song and they sing. But I remember saying my grandmama, she tell me, say, in those days, they do drama for village. But I don't know whether that gene dey my body. But this one where you won't carry me go do film, I don't know, say, wait, make I no fumble. But I can tell you, Ambrose Moses performed fantastically. Ambrose Moses, you're welcome. You're welcome. Ayamonis, you are welcome. One of my colleagues, thank you very much. Nike, my sister, thanks for coming. All of you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. And special thanks to Network on Police Reform for giving us the platform. We went on Yemisho Imu's program, Barada, on LTV. And you know, after the program, a friend sent a text to me that, do you know that I also have a friend? That's what my friend was saying. He had a friend who also has a project, you know, on something like this, but for about 6 years now, the project has not seen the light of day. You know, I said, oh boy, you are strong. I say, no, strong. It is NOPRIN and NED. Yes, we didn't have enough money, but we thank God that at least we're able to do this. I will know that God will help us to continue further. Ayo Makinde, thank you very much. My good friend, yes, you know, let us see you guys. You are about this honest man here. Yeah. No, Ayo Makinde, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. One of the best voices in Nigeria. One of the best voices in Nigeria. And I also like to thank this man, family of friends of all my fans. You know, they love him so much on my show on Star Times. Each time it comes about talking about police, this is a man who strongly believes that police must be reformed at all costs. You always say, I say, please, you have to take it easy. He said, no, they will have to be reformed at all costs because it is our own police. Prince Mokala Akpata, Akinshemori. You are welcome, sir. You are welcome. So I won't bore you with all this because I can go on and on and on. You know, Mr. Ademoye is not here. Apple Choice. I remember there was nothing, and there was no food to eat on location. In fact, in the night they ate beans. And they said, oh, we can't eat beans in the morning again. Oh. I said, oh, I had to run away, you know. I just called Mr. Ademoye, where are you? He said, well, did you have a I said, I'm there. He said, what's wrong? I said, I need money. He said, how much? I said, anything. He said, okay. Where are you? I said, I'm in front of Zenith Bank. It's my bank, but I don't have account. I don't have money in my account. But I'm just standing with that faith that something will happen. He said, okay, can you wait for 10 minutes? I'll send money. And he sent 100,000 to my account. You know, it was like a deal. I can just go on and on. So I'll pause for a while. I'll let you see this movie for 45 minutes. Then afterwards, we like to have your comments. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Is it possible for you to come so I can also...
Oh, le record. Oh, le record.
He get front and back or robust like you. I don't see why now.
Now laugh you dey laugh. Martins, you don't kill your brother. Ogado. Martins, you don't kill Ogado.
Joe?
Yeah.
Martins kill Joe. Mama said, tell me say na life dey talk. Don't know go fit die.
I said Martins, now for my koro eyes like this, don't take that.
Joe, kill it, Joe. I want that woman there.
The day was the place now.
Hey, you want to go? So I can't do money duty for Saturday. We can't expect that they can take over duty for Sunday night, so Monday. From there, you know, just see how.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Do you know where he lives?
If not that one, I know where he lives because me and him we be pally 24/7. The only problem where I kept saying, man, why do they agree? Because they boy and wish. And wish.
But wait, you don't suspect say if he be saying that the wife na him kidnap
I wish never reach that level. She don't fit. Yes.
Hey. So who fit know where in there? No person will fit nowhere in there now.
Hey. See the kind of question where they ask me. If to say I know where the man dey, maybe I go waka go there, I go carry am. Yes, I go see come station, come dey report again.
Okay, may I ask you? Who see him last? Who see him last? Before you notice say in the miss.
Na me see am last. Na me see notice last. Say he don disappear. You know why? Me and him dey bally. Me and him agree say that night he go come take over night work from me. Okay. You understand?
Yes.
So as to relieve me. But unfortunately, I don't just see he don't disappear. Now I don't raise alarm bar. Say all the other security guys come home. I don't see this guy. I can't report to our manager too.
You see how this your mouth they dance cho like also like this, eh? And they suspect you. Make I tell you something, eh? When I find out say you know something about this matter and you not want to tell me how we feel locate this man, I go lock you up. Oh. I tell you, I go lock you up.
No bring that one. That lock you up where you talk, yes, to vote me pass. See me where I tell myself, come here, come report to you for the sake of say police now our friends.
Yes.
How you go to open my attempt say you go lock me up?
Me at the open mouth, I don't suffer. You know some officer I they talk to.
With which officer be your own? You won't lose your job.
You see what it?
Stop this uniform 90.
Look at this man now.
Carry your shoulder out like
you
this.
say?
Take back the police uniform. Don't be my tax, my family tax.
Your tax?
Uniform for you. Yes, now.
You see that cell? You never follow. As you say, you won't go there.
Don't talk on again. Because if I vex,
if you vex,
you know,
inside station, you did contract TV for inside station. You know why you
me self are supposed to be lawyer.
Which is better than lawyer. I'm not telling you.
Session of
okay, shut up.
Protect me as civilian. If any wahala data and report to you.
I'm not blaming you.
Okay, what do you think? So because you're supposed to talk about how to reward me for the sake of say I can't report to you, you want to tell me say the reward not to put
no worry.
That's it.
Hey,
This man won't see my problem.
You know the way
You say make I no go to the doctor. My baba guy, money no dey doctor. You know me. I say you know me. See, anybody wey dey community say you hear wetin I do. You go tell them wetin I do. I can't report. So you have this.
By the time we get to come now, oh yeah, man.
I don't know the message in this now. I swear, I don't believe no.
We don't say you still do that. Tell us the person who still the rules. Tell us.
Nobody see you do that.
Mr. Man, Why you dey sleep for this car afternoon?
Wetin you talk?
Why you dey sleep for this afternoon?
Na because I don't like this kind of life where I dey live. But if you see the kind of dream where I dream, the enjoyment where I dey enjoy for inside that dream, if an foreign enjoyment o.
For inside dream?
Yes, the enjoyment not be here.
How you come dream?
I dream say I go join police.
Hey, you join police?
Yes. Why you come dey surprised again say I join police? Okay, wait. If I join police, you think say I no go fit do well?
If you join police true, na be say we no get better hope. Why you wan join police sef?
Why I wan join police be say I don dey know something for inside my mind since I just wan join am so that I go join am to do yanga for people, to shakara people well, to carry shoulder up.
You, for all our sake, you no go fit enter that police work at all.
Why dey swear for me now? Abeg come out for my side so you this idiot woman. I think say na better person sef.
You wey be say if you go join police now, you go carry all police property go sell. Sell police station sef, who no know you?
Abeg come out for here, idiot. I no know say na this kind person you be o.
Your body dey hate true. If they tell you true, you no dey like to hear. Keep yourself for where you dey now.
This kind thing wey you dey tell me sef na better thing. If dem tell you, you go gree.
Na longer throat na dey worry you. If you go there, go sell any police property, na jail na you dey take dey play. I go only tell you say bye bye.
No wish me bad thing o. No wish me bad thing. If you dey accuse me say I be thief.
Na your type na Black Maria dey wait for.
See which kind of woman be this now? You say your husband say wey die, no be thief wey thief.
When they born you, my husband don die, so you no go fit give story of person when he don die before you come alive.
Okay.
You see?
If your husband senior me, you senior me. You say be thief, say you be thief. All of us be thief.
Na you dey be kikiki. If you dey got your longer throat, your mama still dey alive.
Ask her.
Your mama na go dey shed tears, me I go dey laugh you.
Your children say go shed tears, me say I go laugh all of you.
Kingdom has a few clips there. Thank you so much. A big round of applause for the cast and crew. I want some of the cast and crew members here to step forward, please. Israel Adeseko, I want you to come forward. Our special guests will go to your seats, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. I want you to step forward. Israel Adeseko, Ambrose Moses, Odode is here, Sunday Afolabi is here. Okay, to step forward. Thank you. This view represents a lot of them. Emmanuel Davis, I want you to also be here. The able editor. Sheyi Fashui is here. My good friend Sheyi Fashui is here. The policeman that got the love letter. So thank you. Here we have they represent a lot of others who took part in the TV series, and like we said earlier, that they all tried, they did their best, and you could see from what we have there. Anyway, here they are. A big round of applause for them. Here to support us with some of their products. We thank them. We had a glimpse of this and they said they'd like to be part of the premiere, and that is why they are here. They came pretty late because today is Friday and they needed to go to some other places before coming here. So I apologize on their behalf, members of Nigeria, and special thanks to my own sister who also works there. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. Thank you so much. So comments from members of the press, anyone, anything you would like to say, or maybe I should start from our own Ogaya. I should start from our own guy. I should start from Native Adabuduro. Maybe you want to say something.
Yes.
Because this is definitely a shot as a police. Thank you, sir.
Distinguished members of the activity, distinguished members of the NOPRIN, ladies and gentlemen, am I audible enough?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But the mic is not.
Maybe I should start by apologizing on behalf of the Commissioner of Police, CP Cornelius Kayode Aderonti. Honestly speaking, I'm not to be here, but because of the exigency of duty, so he had to call on me, and because this place also falls under my own area command, so I decided I should come and represent him. As I speak with you, he's somewhere on the island with the vice president. Naturally, you see, as a civil servant, I'm only to be seen and not to be heard. But if I don't make any comment today, I will not be fair to myself and to my organization. See, it's only here in Nigeria. Thank God some of us have traveled to other climes. It's only here in Nigeria that you find that the relationship between the protector and the protégé is not cordial. There's a badly word. And thank God for the new management. I can assure you, and some of us here, you are witnesses to all of this. The new management, even the immediate past Inspector General of Police, we are all aware of all these ills. All these ills are ills of the society. And it's just that sometimes we do make mistakes. When we are looking at Nigerian police force, we are looking at them as people from the outer space. We are not looking at them holistically. They are part and parcel of the community. We should ask ourselves, why is that these same police men are sent on foreign mission and they excel? But when they come around in Nigeria, it's a different ball game. And like my brother was saying, and thank God you have seen it all, because there was somebody that grew up in the barracks. And if I tell you, I'm digressing, I as a person, I was trained as a teacher. I read instrumentally, I went to NC before I did my PhD. I was in the village teaching. You know what? Teacher, we have plenty of time. After taking the lesson and all the rest of it, by around 3, we'll have closed for the day. Because by weekend, you prepare your lesson note and everything. To go drinking and all what have you. When we are coming back in the evening, you see a cop around the road. Maybe they are doing stop and search, stop you. Here's where people coming from. I'm saying, we've just come to enjoy ourselves. Is there any curfew? Is there any law saying you cannot walk at, this time around 7 or 8? They say, okay, can you identify yourself? We'll bring an ID card, NUT. When you go to them, they look at it. Because they don't have anything to offer, they treat away. So I'm just quite good. And I was staying with one of my cousins too. He's also a graduate. We are teaching in a community school. Then I said to myself, look, this one we're doing, that will come around, we show ID card, they throw it away. If you get the state, they will not just throw this ID card away. We find ourselves behind the counter. I said, okay. So when the opportunity came, I started to join the police so that I can right some of these wrongs. Not only that, I remember when I was in Abeokuta, just passed out from the academy, I was to stand there. Something happened in Ogun State. Late Akinbade was the commissioner of police. And I think something happened to one very important person in Ogun. Then MK Abiola intervened, spoke with the CP. Because it's a bailable offense, he decided to release that man on bail. But all those Oba you see in Abeokuta, they were not happy about it. So they now summoned, they said he should come. So the man knew what they were after. He now sent DPO Enugana, and I was with him then, just to start operation officer. And I said, Tunde, please follow me. And I went with him. We got to the palace. All the Oba in Ogun State, they were seated. Then they started talking about, police. The police is this, police is that, police. Okay. The man was full of apologizing. Then I said, excuse me, sir. And I told him, I said, sir, come in, you. I said, this situation you're talking about, I tell you, for a very long time to come, it will remain so. He said, why? I said, Lord, until we start to see Prince Dosumu, Prince Alake, Princess Oshile in Nigerian police, you're still going to see what you are saying. Because one thing in Nigeria is it, if you have set of people who have no rights, who have no rights, they are the people you are saying should enforce other people's rights. Can you give what you don't have? And about very recently, the committee in the House of Rep, in charge of police affairs, they came to this area F and they went into the barracks. When they saw that barracks, the nature of that barracks, and they said, no. And there are pigs living in this place. And we said, well, they are policemen, they are all on duty. They said, no. They started talking to them. They said, by the time we get back to the house, this is an emergency. This legislation will start asking for contract. The contractor must just move to site. Since then, they are not even complete or not moving to the site. We all are aware of what happened in that police college there. That police, they are just a stone throw from here. It took, let me not say something. It took the effort of some people to bring in channels to see what you are saying there today. Not only that, some of us, sometimes we traveled, and I personally, I have a point of traveling once in a while. Then, not that they told me, I saw it in the state of New York. New York, in around 4 or 5 p.m., I saw an helicopter beaming its light, showing a particular house. Some criminals ran into that house. So the helicopter is then communicating with the backup, telling them that those criminals are right inside that place. And the people who are supposed to bust it, security dress, having their bulletproof, with helmets, the kind of gadgets, all they wear with her, they will be there. Then my wife told me, say, today some of these kids, you need to take it to Nigeria and show your boys. I said, what? Show what? The little they are doing, so you don't even want to do, you don't want them to do anything. I told her that, I said, maybe you don't want them to do anything. Because these are people, they walk around the clock. We know, but what I'm just saying in essence is that although it's because we like to generalize, but when I was watching that movie, really, I want to say that those who have decided to put it up, we need to commend them. Because they commend a lot, because they're doing a real man's job. They show it there, the bad ends, the good ones. But in most cases, in our society, when they have done something very tangible that we need to appreciate, we hardly appreciate it. Just 2 days ago, that boy there, OC SARS, arrested a notorious kidnapper that we've been looking for. They decimate some of his crew members, but he will be looking for him. Just 2 days ago, he was arrested in Edo with 2 AK-47. And in the same day, they arrested 5 armed robbers and recovered 15 vehicles. If they want to report that, you won't see it on front page. You will see it in the middle. But when you see a policeman there trying to collect 29, they will not just put it, they will not put the picture of the Inspector General of Police. They will not just put it. So honestly, some of these things, like I said, reform. Yes, reform. There should be attitudinal change. The society at large, not just the police alone. Yes. Because the police that you are seeing is not a reflection of where they find themselves. It's the environment. It's the environment. It's the environment. It's the environment. Some of these things that you see, that you are suffering, you're also suffering it. Most of the time you be in a vehicle. I always like to move in cognito. They stop me, I stop. I have my driver license. I'll give everything. Then they check. Then they want to go a step further. And I say, is that why you are here? Some of them that are wise enough, they say, I say, is that what your people say you should come and do here? They say, can I know you better? I say, you don't need to know me. I am who I am. And I say, I'm supposed to say, why did you not tell us that? Honestly, why did you not tell us that all this while? I just shake my head, I'll move on. We see these things on a daily basis. And at the same time, we see those good ones. But all said and done, we shall get there. Yes. I'm not doing that. It's not just because I'm the police, and I'm saying police organization is the only organization that punishes itself. In the police, you don't see unknown police. You don't see unknown police. So, but the problem with you in Nigeria is that you are not helping enough. We tend to always be in a hurry. If you pass through area F there, as you are entering my gate post, you see my 2 numbers. And since then I knew that the moment you just take up to say you want to be responsible in our own client, you have a price to pay for it. These 2 phones, since I came here, I show you the number of missed calls. Even those that are important, those that are less important, but it doesn't important. I have taken it, and I see police work as a calling. That's why I went down the memory lane to tell you why I joined the police. Like you can see that one when that guy said, "I want to join the police." Ah, you? That is somebody that has been known even in the society, and yet there's no background check. Such person will still come into the police, and whatever he does, we'll still blame it on the organization. People should get up and say, "No, this one is not supposed to be here." But anything goes. Body to himself, God for all of us. So, let me reflect.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, I said earlier that policemen, they live amongst us. You know, they live, we have them in our family, and so it's something that don't just have to stop, just keep talking, keep saying it, keep doing drama, keep doing a lot of things, radio programs, TV programs, so that at a point of view that there will be a rapid change in our trust. I don't know if anyone has any comments would like to. Okay, it's been my decision. Okay, let we have one
I want to start off by commending NOPRIN for a job well. Incidentally,
keep us to check my game.
It's a very reflective of what obtains in the police force in relation to Nigerian culture. But I want to go beyond what the drama has offered by saying that what we have watched is the relationship between the police and the average Nigerian, what they experience, their daily experiences with the Nigerian policemen. That is well captured in the drama, and it's a good commendation for NOPRIN for the job. But I also want to highlight the fact that maybe as a postscript for the drama group, I want to see a situation where there will be also a reflection of that drama extended to how the Nigerian police evolved from the colonial time to the contemporary times. What do I mean by this is the fact that the present Nigerian police force is largely a colonial, it's largely colonial in nature and also contemporary in the sense that it offered protection for the rulers against the ruled. That, although the drama has to do with 26 episodes, I don't know whether that is also reflected here, where the Nigerian police is being used by the rulers, whether the military or the politicians, to protect themselves against the road. I don't know whether it's reflected in that drama. And that could be a kind of a postscript for the drama group if it's not reflected. I also know that the Nigerian police, the way it is today, was largely castrated by the military. We have more of military rule than the civilian rule. And the military saw the Nigerian police as competitors. And to a large extent,
they destroy the police force, reduce their allocations, they are badly equipped, they do not have communication gadgets. When you travel to Europe and America, you see the difference in their own police as well as the Nigerian police. In Europe, we call them Ibeji. In the local community, you see two of them working, well equipped with communication gadgets, and they are easily accessible, they are easily reachable. You know, unlike here, where you have to place a call to a police station and they say they don't have fuel in their vehicle, they don't come at will. You can wait for hours, there's no rapid rescue on their part. Unlike in Europe and America, where you just place a call and they are there. Within a tick of an eye, they are there, you know, responding to your call. Today, I believe that the Nigerian police force is like that because of bad equipment, bad allocations. You know, I mean, they are poorly equipped. And when you see the average policeman, the one wearing black and black, is completely in tatters. Not well, you know, kitted. Many of them on road welfare. I don't know whether the 26th episode also captured that essence of talking about the welfare of the policeman. If you look at the summary of what we want, you know, it's largely on the relationship between the Nigerian police and the community members. You know, how they extort money from them, all kinds of valuable offenses, you know, lined up. But the point I'm making here is that we all know, as members of civil society groups, as members of Nigerian public, we know that there are necessary reforms ought to have taken place in the police force. But what kind of reforms are we talking about? The reforms in terms of well equipment, better communication gadgets, reforms in terms of adequate funding of the police force, reforms in terms of the personal conduct of the policeman. How does he relate with the public? How does he assume every now and then that the person he is about to arrest is already guilty? How does he assume that the person who is coming in his car is a criminal? The personal conduct will also has to be reformed. The personal conduct of the policeman. As a matter of fact, I also believe that the Nigerian police, I don't know whether it is for us as civil society organizations to push for those reforms, or it is supposed to be a collective effort of all Nigerians to push for such necessary reforms at the National Assembly. But I know that the National Assembly, the way they are today, cannot reform the Nigerian police because they are using the police to protect themselves against the road. So how well we can do that lies with all of us here present, lies with all the Nigerian public, that we need a well-equipped police force, we need a well-funded police force, and we also need a police force full of men that are well-kitted, that will feel proud that they are policemen for this nation, Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. With due respect to the ACP here and Pastor, I want to thank you for that presentation. Both of them have encapsulated everything I wanted to say here, but I want to say something like the national coordinator said when he was making his presentation, said it's a satire. Yes, while I was watching it, it's really a satire. But realistically, it's not a satire. It's a shame. It's appalling. It's irritative. It's annoying. It's not encouraging for a country that we love so much, for a country that we look forward to raising our younger generation or the future leaders. It's not funny at all. It breaks my heart so much while I was watching it. Yes, I was laughing, but inside, deep inside me, it's very painful. If this is what is obtainable here in this country, then I don't think we have started. And like my colleague said here, it's a collective effort for every one of us, for everybody in the society. Not to look at them as this is the police, is their thing. No. I think we need to, it's time for us to help them. The police need help. They can't do it alone. I must say that they will not be able to do it alone. They need our help to carry on. They need our help to do it right. Even in your personal doings, your personal career, there's some things you don't know that you do wrongly. Just that the police, they are already on the searchlight. Everybody's actually looking for one mistake or the other to capture about them and to paint them like black sheep. But what about us? We could be worse than them, than those names we call. But we can make things better if we really want to make it better. We can work with them and tell them, encourage them in their work. Because it's not easy. The rot is systemic in nature. Very, very systemic in this country. You don't even know where to start from. It cuts across every sector in this country. It's not only the police. Ourselves. What can we say about ourselves? So that's why I'm saying it's a collective effort. I don't want to go deep or far from what they have said already. But I want to commend especially NOPRIN. In fact, when I came in, when I saw the message, the email, and it says Kondo Kingdom, I said, oh my God, this is capturing. I really want to know what this Kondo Kingdom is all about. You name Kondo Kingdom. When I came, I told God, please, I want to watch this Kondo Kingdom. The name is capturing, is wonderful. I don't know who gave you that name. I tell you, you must be a very it's wonderful. And then I want to also say they are quite innovative. Speaking from the CSO, I want to say this is like taking the CSO or the NGO to the next level. You're taking us to the next level, you're taking us to another, a different level, a different aspect of the civil society. Not just preaching, don't do this, government to do this. This thing is something that it's a direct thing to our hearts. We all watched it, we all felt it, did you not? We all did feel it. I felt it while I was seated. I felt it so hard. And within me, I needed to do something that would create a change. So this stuff should be encouraged. This public premier shouldn't just end there. I don't know how far you're going to take it, but I tell you, it's a dream that will change a lot of things in this country. Not only the police force, but I know that other NGOs will think of other innovative ways to carry out their projects, apart from the normal proposal writing and implementing the improvement. This is a very practical aspect, practical way of implementing projects. Thank you very much for this presentation. It's mind-blowing. I'm still trying to digest it as I'm talking about it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. Okwe. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Mr. Yevon Pakunle, I want you to step forward. You are in government, and I know that you use police.
Good afternoon, everybody. I greet you on the high table. First, let me correct. I'm not a politician. I work for government. I'm thankful that we participate one way or the other. I'm not a politician. I don't do politics. But I'm really, really impressed. You will indulge me for a few things. I like things to impact, and I'm sure that's why they don't know, but they wanted to impact on us. And I have been impacted, and I like to say a few things too. First, I'd like to say, I'll save you for the last. I'd like to say to the police, I'm very, very impressed. Your commissioner made it a point of duty that he was represented. That means the commissioner is seated here. And the commissioner is the IG represented at the state level. So that means the IG is here. And that means the messages will get back if we let it get back. So I urge you to let it get back. A few things I'd like to see. I think we must agree. Don't worry, I'm also a broadcaster. You know, I project. I think just like we say that these are all the ills, these are all the challenges of the police. If I have ills and people say these are all the ills that I have, I must also do a soul searching and agree. I agree that I have some challenges and I want to work on it. That's the starting point. From that point, I crack little jokes and I say, we have all passed through it. If you have a packet of sugar, you know it's cubes in those days, and you take one or two that your mother left and you scatter it because you think she doesn't know the number at all. You know, she leaves you, she gets it back again and whatever, and she warns you and she beats you and she punishes you. All that will not happen until you realize stealing is not good. From that day, you will not steal. When you realize it, but we keep talking about it. So back to the police. I think there must be international reorientation. You must agree that, and you must keep working at it. No end reorientation, because like we saw in the satire, like we saw there, and like we know as we interact, there are people who are working very, very hard. I know, not because I'm from Ogun State. CP Ikemefuna is a wonderful person to meet in uniform, outside uniform. And he does the kind of thing that you say he do. He goes without uniform and he gets things, and he doesn't really, but he gets the message down to them. But we must do the internal. That's just as there are very good ones, there are bad eggs, and you must accept that. And those bad eggs will give you good ones, bad ones. So there must be internal orientation. You must find a way of doing background checks, like you emphasize, before people join. There must be a way of doing internal checks. And like they do in private sector, one of the reasons why there are issues in private sector, there are frauds. I've been in bank for 14 years, I've been several places, you understand. But when you want to employ somebody, you will apply. He's invited for interview. At the point he's coming for interview, they are seeing potential, maybe they will employ him. They will say he must give names of referees. It's general in every way. But in such sensitive place, they also say you must bring guarantors. Start looking into reasons why, apart from background checks, people who want to join, there must be guarantor. The person who wants to guarantee me to go and join police force is already knowing that if there's anything I misbehave, that they will call on the guarantee. I think it's one of the things you could look at. I think you look at localized posting. I've been everywhere, I've been in River State before. This issue of posting somewhere that, okay, I will post it to them. Plus, people localize posting so that people know them, they know the people, and it helps them in their investigation. I think when I was in the bank, I was in bank police community relations. And I know you have this already. But I think to help people and carry the point, I should also think of other sectors in your bank. These are never employer consultation. You never dialogue with them, and how bank and police, NECA, community relations, they and Tom will bring all the employers consultative people there, so that when you need support, it will be mutual. Most times they will not give money, but they give you what you need, what you wanted to use the money to buy. And I think that was it. So let me leave to you there, because there are many things and things can happen. Let me go to Kondo, the program, which is going to be on TV. I love it. I think some of the things you can do, you have edited. I'm also somebody who part of this program, and you know. So and I think there are things you can still do it without distorting the program. I think you can have in the program, before episode 1 goes on, and begin everyone, law nudges, or you can contact police, I'm sure you will be able to get it. Nudges, key things that they can note, that you know that, okay, bail is free, this is the step, this is, it will just be bullet points, it will come in between the programs, so that people can learn as it relates to that episode. Because I see so many lessons in each of the episodes. But you can't take every, and I love the fact that you broke it down. The police in trouble, where's my commission? When it comes to that, you just look for nudges that relates to law or key reforms that you are aware of that police is doing related to that thing. And then I think police locations and contacts. Key contact, maybe distress numbers, let it be there. In between that 30 minutes, it will just come in flash. And it will help people to say, okay, they want us to partner with them. That's what it will do. And I'm sure that you can also get in touch with house committees. That will be for subsequent events. so that it can be a full package. House committees on police matters. That is House committee, they may combine with other things. At the state, in the House of Reps, in the Senate. So that you are also putting them on the spot and you're putting them pressure on them to help the police and to help people. Now, still on looking at commercials. I'm glad that Golden Penny is here. I don't know whether they are representatives or somebody from Flour Mills is here. Is somebody from Flour Mills here?
Yes.
Flour Mills. Oh, you work at Flour Mills?
Yeah.
That's why my sister worked there. Go into your record, you find out that I worked there 1985, 86 in the personnel department. I was a personnel officer. Okay? You know? So, but what I'm trying to say is that I thank you for identifying, but do more. Do more, help them. You know, help them to do more. But going forward to you, I think you can contact the police. This is one of the things we do in government. You know, I mean, you transport and I look at it. Who and who that as a state government giving jobs to that at least know how that will make profit, and then they have something they do with youth or sports. So we go to them, so they can identify. So you get to the police and get to know the suppliers of Nigerian police and subsidiary organs, so that you can put them. But the police will be able to give, because they know these are the people that will give uniforms to right? Support this thing in which way, so that it can continue, because their continuity will help their work and make it easier for them. Find money, whichever way you have to go. Do what do you call? Yeah, that's business. What do we do? We do public presentation. Do seek for and do a public, not a public, a private presentation to MIPAN, Media Independent Practitioners of Nigeria. They are the ones that buy on behalf of the companies. So you know, and then do a private presentation to Advan, Association of Advertisers. That's where you have the big boys, Nigerian breweries, all of them that advertise. They have a body. You will see for when they do their monthly meeting or whatever, you go and do the presentation to them. Maybe not for immediate ones because you've secured what they do, but I'm sure it's a link. And that's why you have the, you know, I asked you a question when I came. I'll get to that later on. Then media owners. Just media owners are stations. I need you. Please, I beg. This is TBC here, but I know there are others. Please, in this kind of situation, we're still challenged in this kind of decline. Sorry, I'm talking, I just want us to share and learn. It is interesting once you can secure integrity to have a partnership where both of you will share the proceeds of income and both of you will work for the proceeds to come. It is not enough to always want people to come and buy airtime. I can tell you for free, I've traveled so many places. I go to conferences of you know, broadcasters and what have you, and you will find that is when you go there, you advertise, you introduce yourself as a Nigerian and as a producer, you market your program, you do creatives for your program, and you go and compete with big boys who are whatever. They're looking like, are you a really good person? If you're a content provider, just be a content provider and you are crazy about creativity. It's just all you are doing every day is creativity. So the creativity will be at high level. If you are a content buyer, be a content buyer. And we find that every station, whether radio or TV, you don't have capacity to produce for the airwaves. You don't. But you would rather play music or play if people does not come to buy airtime. But in this kind of societal benefiting thing, if you partner and you jointly market, I'm sure there will be benefits at the end of the day. You will not only be benefiting financially, you will be benefiting in a society that is better within which you are operating as a business. So I think media owners do well. Now I go back to, because I've said everything about police, about Kondo to them, I go to us society. Us, all of us. It is always good. I can criticize, it's always a challenge. That's why I find it interesting that I've been dragged to government. I used to be one of those who are there. Let me show you that. Why did you go and do you? Why did you go to? I didn't know I was going to be dragged from sports and go there, and then I now find how government operates. Now, all of us, we can criticize police, criticize the person who gave bribe to police, criticize the man who took it, criticize everything. Yes, we can talk, but when we talk, it should not end there. That's always our point. It should be the starting point. It should not be the end point. It's always the end point. Yeah, we came out and the police. We must identify what is right and continue to work towards, okay, what's the solution? That's that way. We must all together think of solution. If I think solution, and I think I've met this man, and I'm happy about the relationship, I'll try. Indeed, your former Inspector General of Police, we get very well. I put him, then when he was in Lagos, I put him in Lagos State Level because I was in Lagos State Level, I was a board member, and he loves sport, and I'm sure you know. We put him in Lagos State Level. From there, he became known in the police level, and then at the national level and what have you. And I'm sure you know the just retired Akishola. He has already both and what have you. So what I'm trying to say is that because of relationship, if we don't look at the bus stop, the complaint at the bus stop, complaint point at the bus stop, I can then access Mr. Adam who and say, sir, I'm thinking, what do you think? And we just say, okay, I'll take it to our next meeting and then things will improve. So us, we must also think solution and work with. And finally, government, in case whenever you have an opportunity of hearing this, I think our police, they need the best. The only reason is, you cited an instance. You said our police, when they go to occult crimes, they perform. Like saints and they work very well. It's like a coach. He says he's a new vanguard, and he has coached Holland, he has coached Barcelona, he has everything. He comes to Nigeria here. All the things that make him excel there. If they are lacking there, he will fail. It's not that he is a failure. If they won't be bothered. So the police here, they have challenges. I go to visit prisons, I go with the instances we meet with function and we see every time and we're like, wow. The instances I go, it has to do with sport, and then I have to end up in the police station, it has to do with a player and whatever, and I see a situation that I'm like, what is this? If you don't see, you don't know. So government, please, one of the armed forces elements, which is police, is the only one that, whether there's military rule or civilian rule, they are constant. You see now that there's the emphasis on whether you are a soldier or a Navy official or Air Force official, unless there are duties to do. But the police will always be there. And so we need to fund them. I thank you very much.
Thank you. Any comment from the okay, Prince, let me Prince Mukala Kotakishimoy.
Good evening, brothers and sisters. Members of the ITs. One thing I don't understand is I've attended so many crowds discussing about police, and yet it appears to me that we fail to call a spade a spade. What exactly the Nigerian police needs from government? To me, I'm not a government worker, but I'm of the opinion that federal government have tried their best for Nigerian police ever since this civilian something, since 1999. What else do they have? In terms of remuneration, they are highly remunerated. Yes, police as a present, they are highly remunerated to the extent that even the OC SARS you mentioned that time put in a visitors room that worth millions of naira at police headquarters. But yet police still misbehave on the road. That's what I do. That's the area. Maybe we should identify which area we're talking about the police. That they are ill-equipped, this and that. No. They are well equipped. You see brand new cars, state government keep buying, everybody keep buying. But people still complain about police attitude. Then I think police need to search their mind. In-house, this issue of returns, that's the only problem I identify with police. If that thing is abolished, we'll get a better police we need in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello.
Morning, my name is Kenneth. Most of the issues presented, but there is one thing I would like us to ask to the Kondo Kingdom. One, the police, they are the first institution of government or state in any environment. If anything happens, the police is the number one. Whether it's crime, it's security, it's fire. If anything, the police is the number one institution of state. So I would like that to be added to the Kondo Kingdom because one, wherever the police represents the state, whether any government is changing today or tomorrow, the police is constant. So we should try and let that be reflected in the episode. And again, we talked about the issue of our police, and we are trying to compare other countries, maybe in Europe and America and all that. Even in African countries, if you go to other African countries, the police, they are better equipped and they are better run. So it's not about whether we are in a developed environment or no, even in other African countries. So the thing is that the police has suffered over the years. And from what some of us have identified, the period of military rule emasculated the police. It's like most of the functions of the police were not allowed to develop. Even talking about the issue of equipment, how do you run a police station? How does a normal police station run in Nigeria? So those are some of the things. When you talk about police reform, we are talking about many intangibles, not all what we see maybe on the road. There are so many things we don't see that we have the police run. Okay, I have a case now. I go to the police station, I want to make a report. I say, okay, I have to bring money to buy stationery. So if the police is made to run seamlessly, whether the DPO is there or the DCO, somebody will take charge, and the person will have the resources. It may be money, it may be vehicles. You say you are giving them brand new cars. How are those brand new cars maintained? Is there any structure that, okay, you give them, they get fuel, they get maintenance, they go to workshop maybe every 2 months. So those are the issues that will keep the police functioning, not how much you give them or. There are so many things that I think we should. And again, I think the issue of community relations. In some communities, the police, they function very well because the community people have interest in the operation of the police division. Like the example of, there are some examples. The community in the NOPRIN, they are interested in how the police functions. So, and they make sure they relate very well. That template, I think beyond what the government will do, everybody we have a stake in how the police runs. So the police is the number one institution of state that anybody can run to. Most agencies we have today, they came from the police. Fire service, EFCC, I see so many. So the thing which will try and really highlight the critical importance of the police because they are the one that represents the state in wherever anybody is.
Now then, talking about what we've done in Kondo Kingdom. What we did was trying to pass a message through our own profession, the theater, which, as far as I'm concerned, is the strongest means of passing a message to anybody. Because no matter how you don't like a movie, you must watch a film. No matter how. Now, at what point did this issue of Kondo Kingdom come up? I don't know. I was only invited as an actor to come and act. But when I was given that script of Inspector DPO Hamzat, I read it and I said, well, this will demand serious interpretation in order to pass the message. I don't clear off my beers. But if you're watching that film, I had to clean it because it's important. That message must be passed. This is what a lesson that could also go into the police. If as a person, this is my identity, my beers, and because I want to pass a message, I have to clean it to pass that message, then the police at this point, if they must go to any length to do the right thing, they should do it. The other one is this.
I was on that set for about 3 weeks. Alari, Idiroko. Alari. It's a very far place from this side of the town. It's a local place. If I must leave the comfort of my home to be in a place I am not comfortable with, living in a local village, lying on a mat, and being able to deliver those things you saw, then why won't the police too go to any length to do what they are supposed to do? I'm trying to marry my profession with the Nigerian police. In order for me to do some movies, sometimes I may have to move from here to Osun State. In one typical village where there is no light, where I have not had my clothes ironed, where I will be compelled to put on mats or racks in order to work. And I must do it because that is my profession. Then why won't any other person, the police inclusive, do same in order to pass the message and do their work at the right time? That is what they should think about when looking at that Kondo Kingdom. Now, apart from that, SARS and MAS, my fellow colleagues are here that we did the job here. There. We have a problem of sponsorship, like Mr. Okpa Kunle said, in all our jobs. With apology to all the TV stations here, I'm sure my producer would have been informed by a series of TV stations. Like just simple, why must it be so? When you know very well that place this thing, this Kondo Kingdom on your screen, people like Golden Moore will run to your station to place their adverts because you have a message you are passing. Why are you now compelling somebody who has gone through so many things to produce it to now pay again for the airtime? And after that, you now tell him you are still going to take 60% of the advert rates. At the end of the day, the producer, the artist, here we are. We go home empty-handed. Thank you for a job well done. And when you see me on the road tomorrow, that's the star. What has the star got to show for it? Ilialayo. Niboni. God bless you, my brother. Oni. In those days, the teachers, they would say their rewards are in heaven. But these days, teachers don't take that anymore. Here on earth, they want theirs. We too, Uncle Sunday, we want ours. Must I pay for everything I do in this world? Must I? Let me tell you the truth. It's only the musicians that are enjoying right now. We filmmakers, come. Nothing. We are just living by the grace of God, at the mercy of our fans. Somebody sees me, he or she likes my job, he or she wants me to come and have dinner with him or her, and at the end of the day, he or she says, take 20K to buy fuel to your vehicle. Should that be the right thing? When every day I am on the screen, must I do 2, 3, 4 films in a year to survive? When my colleagues in America do one in 3 years, and they are living fantastically well. It's an opportunity for me to, that's what I say. He said he doesn't know what I want to say. It's a very, anyway I have opportunity to say it, I say it. Now let me come back to the police. Okay? No verse, I beg you. Thank you, sir. When it comes to the recruitment of men, I will use men generally, into the police force, I don't know the criteria for recruitment. With due respect, sir, I don't know what criteria we use in recruiting people into the Nigerian police. I'm also aware there is Nigerian Police College. I don't know what their curriculum is like. If, assumingly, the former ones were spoiled and overspoiled, what happens to the new generation of police? With the new generation of police, what I mean is this. Isn't there supposed to be that the new orientation, the new recruitment system, and what they are taught at Nigerian police shouldn't have changed them a little bit, so that we will now say that the old ones are fading away and the new ones are taking over with new inputs. Having just come into the Nigerian police with all the noise of orientation, teaching and everything, he should be better. But you find out that those who are left are even better than those who are coming in. Some other individuals have a feeling that because I can't get a job, let me go to Nigerian police and there I can be getting a good job. Should that be the right thing? Shouldn't there be a reorientation at that police college that that thing you have as your mindset is not the right thing? I don't know. Personal opinion, sir. May them look at me for Odo. Natural they talk. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Lambert. Thank you, Lambert. Of course, you know that one of the reasons why Ogajo joined the police was that as a security guard, he's been arrested times without number, and he's been to the cell. He knows how things are in the police, and now said it's better for me to join the police. It's an upgrade, so he joined the police. And you heard that woman that said, for our sake, you will not join the police. So we have quite a number of them. God will help us.
I believe the Commissioner of Police is here.
Yes.
This is a good job. Everybody's been talking. They didn't say anything about the cast and the equipment. Being a technical person, I want to say kudos to the producer, the cast, and want to beg our commissioner that there was a crime fighters program which we didn't hear anything about. That one has just gone for nothing. And we will need your support in terms of costumes and location for this job. If we have a lot of police stations in town, we don't need to go to Alari to go and shoot, where we won't be able to have kits and equipment. If we have your support in terms of uniforms, battens, and other police peripherals, we can stay at Ilupeju, Ikeja, and shoot a fantastic movie. And we won't need to go and sleep on the mat. There may be accommodation for people around our area. If you can do that one for us, we appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right.
My name is Colin Dukeke. I work with the Human Rights Law Service. I would want to start by commending both NOPRIN and the producer, the crew, the cast, everybody that played a role in the production of this video. I think that the video has been very eye-opening and informative as well. For me, having listened to the contributions of these people here, I think that the police has a greater stake in this project. And I also think that the police should begin to think of how to support this project. I say this because if you watch the video, you see that I'm not very comfortable with. I'm still not comfortable with the image of the police. Even though I know a lot of effort was put into trying to, show the good side of the police, but it still doesn't give us the kind of picture we dream of, or the kind of police we want to see. And I am hoping that maybe in the subsequent productions that will take place, relationship can be created, but it's important that the police projects, because like one of the contributors said here, the media or films or movies actually has a very powerful role in projecting the image of any institution, whether country or government. We think America is the strongest country in the world because of the movies that they project, even though in reality it may not be true. So if we want to create the police of our dream, it's very important that we begin to now project the image of that ideal police force. And I think that is where the police should come in. Because I imagine you have, at your leadership level, you have a vision of the kind of police you want to see. So, and I think it's important that you now work very closely with Kondo Kingdom. Yes, Kondo Kingdom, to now create that image. Like somebody, like the last person that commented talked about providing police stations, uniforms, clean vehicles. I know that the Lagos State government has provided some very nice. So that partnership needs to be created. For me, I'm beginning to get frustrated watching videos where the police is looking hungry and collecting bribes. I want us to start watching videos where the police looks clean, they have clean vehicles, they speak good English, and they have a very good image. And I think the present leadership can, how do I put it now, work out some kind of arrangement that, yes, that can create something. So that's what I want to say.
Thank you very much.
I tend to agree with everybody, but there's to get success out of any community and organization, it has to be a two-way thing, the leadership as well as the followership. I think for a fact, and I tend to disagree with most people, I've been around to a few countries too, and I know that it's not as perfect as we tend to see, like people project them to be, even in America. So sometimes we have this opinion that yes, it's a stable system, everybody's up. We always have the bad eggs everywhere. As much as yes, the Nigerian police is faulty and people are complaining, I think the attitude of we individuals have a lot to influence and affect the attitude towards us. There's sometimes when you're stopped by a policeman, you just have that aggression already in you. You don't want this man to say. Sometimes they're saying the right things. I've been pulled over once before because I was using the phone, and of course it's very wrong. But because I just needed to return that ping, of course it's wrong. And in most other countries, will be arrested for this. I was stopped and I was, sort of reprimanded by the police officer. And of course, because it's the Nigerian police, they've stopped. I think this has to do with each and every one of us. And it starts with you, me. So as much as we say that, yes, the Nigerian police is faulty, even when they're given the vehicles to operate, you don't know how they're maintained. Most of those leaders at times just give those things, not minding how they go about to use them. So it's a long process. I don't see a Nigeria that is doomed. I don't see a Nigerian that is not going to work. But I know that putting the round pegs in the right round holes would help. Most of us would never believe Oshodi in Lagos would be like this ever. That's to say for a fact that putting the right people, I'm not saying that Lagos State government has done it all, but I'm just saying that from the leadership as well as to the followership, we have a role to play. Yes, so I think that it's a collective thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's a collective thing. With that, we'll wrap it up. Thank you. You want 1 minute?
I forgot something when I was talking, and that was when I was talking about your premier and what have you.
Okay.
I think you should also work with our guy here now, since he's a resident commissioner, to see how you can have an opportunity to do a short premier like that, to the police college. Those who are in service, those who do NIPS in Kuru Jos and whatever, they just level. They go around, go and see practically what's on ground, so that when they come back to wherever, so you can take it, so that those ones who are, like you said, who are still learning the curriculum and they're still carrying bucket, they can start getting that, this is what they see, so okay, and what have you. I think that is very, very key. And I said to you, when you will have your larger, I don't know, God help, and you can have a larger. It will be interesting, this kind of premier that we have. You have 100 or 50 Okada riders. They are here. Deliberately you mobilize them to come. Deliberately you mobilize Tampo drivers and whatever to come. They have group, Nanta, ANTP, whatever. You accommodate, you mobilize them, they come to the gathering of where others are, maybe sponsored by, or maybe where you are doing to be part of something, where they can see. You see what everybody wants to say. I want to sell something, I want to sell noodle. I want to sell it to people who are likely to eat it. Children, young ones, or busy people. So I don't go to Mama don't tie for in the market because it's not likely, it's when she likes. So what is important is when those people can see that, oh, these are the people that need to understand that the police is changing when they change. These are the people to understand that, look, you two contribute to why police is doing what you're doing to it. When they are all there, the change will start going on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Yamil. Thank you so much.
Use the microphone because is it working? Okay. This has almost turned into a workshop, and we're happy that we've been able to provoke a very healthy debate, which reflects our collective concern, about how we bring about a better police force. So we thank you all for, your active participation. I want to very specially thank the ACP for staying put till now and for being very frank. If you allow me, I'll say brutally frank about the way things are. We want to request you to please kindly convey our, very profound and sincere gratitude to the CP. I have a sense that the CP is a very serious-minded officer who wants to emphasize professionalism and good conduct. I haven't met him yet, but I have read a few things about him in the papers, about what he has said, and so I have no doubt that we will going to have a working relationship with him. Convey our gratitude to him. Now, the whole idea of this is to, use drama to positively reinforce good conduct, to portray what goes on in order to, bring about change. We are particularly interested in addressing the welfare needs of the police. We quite well understand the operational and welfare challenges that the police, face. NOPRIN has been involved in organizing, police reform, panels. The last time when the president set up the police reform panel, the presidential police reform panel, headed by civil society under the platform of NOPRIN, decided to set up a parallel but complementary, panel where we took on a lot of issues that the government panels will not want to address. And I think that the problem is not that we don't know what the problems are. The problem is that there is no genuine commitment to police reform. Government is not willing to adequately fund the police. And of course, somebody mentioned it that the problem started from the military. Of course, Nigeria inherited the institutions and culture of the colonial police. But the military did more damage than any because the police used to have the best telecommunications across the country. And so when the military took over, they dismantled it because the fear was that the police was going to use their communication to promote the country. That was the beginning of this, and then they preferred to keep the police where they are. So we understand some of these problems. Now we are going to revert to you, sir. Because we want to get the police input, so that in subsequent episodes we want to reflect those things that the police think should be in it. Of course, what we showed you was just a summary. By the time you watch the 226, you're obviously going to see things that address issues of welfare, corruption, torture, and all those. But our emphasis is to ensure that we project good practices, so that the police officers will get to understand that. Now, people ask why the police, why the emphasis on the police. Now, the reason is that the police is the public face of government in any country. Anywhere you go in the world, the first person you're likely going to see
is the police. So the police is the public face of government. The police is the institution that more often relates and interfaces with the citizens. And what they do or do not do impacts citizens. Now, the police is also the entry point into the criminal justice system. So that whatever happens to the police, if the police is not working, the entire criminal justice system is in a mess. And for being very frank, if you allow me, I'll say brutally frank about the way things are. We want to request you to please kindly convey our, very profound and sincere gratitude to the CP. I have a sense that the CP is a very serious-minded officer who wants to emphasize professionalism and good conduct. I haven't met him yet, but I have read a few things about him in papers, about what he has said, and so I have no doubt that we were going to have a working relationship with him. Convey our gratitude to him. Now, the whole idea of this is to, use drama to positively reinforce good conduct, to portray what goes on in order to, bring about change. We are particularly interested in addressing the welfare needs of the police. We quite well understand the operational and welfare challenges that the police, face. NOPRIN has been involved in organizing, police reform, panels. The last time when the president set up the police reform panel, the presidential police reform panel, headed by civil society under the platform of NOPRIN, decided to set up a parallel but complementary, panel where we took on a lot of issues that the government panels would not want to address. And I think that the problem is not that we don't know what the problems are. The problem is that there is no genuine commitment to police reform. Government is not willing to adequately fund the police. And of course, somebody mentioned it that the problem started from the military. Of course, Nigeria inherited the institutions and culture of the colonial police. But the military did more damage than any because the police used to have the best telecommunications across the country. And so when the military took over, they dismantled it because the fear was that the police was going to use their communication to promote the country. That was the beginning of this, and then they preferred to keep the police where they are. So we understand some of these problems. Now we are going to revert to you, sir. Because we want to get the police input, so that in subsequent episodes we want to reflect those things that the police think should be in it. Of course, what we showed you was just a summary. By the time you watch the 226, you're obviously going to see things that address issues of welfare, corruption, torture, and all those. But our emphasis is to ensure that we project good practices, so that the police officers will get to understand that. Now, people ask why the police, why the emphasis on the police. Now, the reason is that the police is the public face of government in any country. Anywhere you go in the world, the first person you're likely going to see is the police. So the police is the public face of government. The police is the institution that more often relates and interfaces with the citizens. And what they do or do not do impacts on the rights of the citizens. Now, the police is also the entry point into the criminal justice system. So that whatever happens to the police, if the police is not working, the entire criminal justice system is in a mess. And you can use the police. That's why, if you want to know how democratic any country is, it is to see how much police in that country
is respective of, I mean, is you know, respectful of human rights and the rule of law. And so that is why we think that we need to, you know, focus on the police. So I don't know, that should explain why, because people keep asking, why is it police? And I think the problem also is that the government, rather than, you know, address the problems of the police, decides to marginalize the police. Now the police are unable, are ill-equipped. Their remuneration and the other allowances are so poor that, you know, it can't take them home. If you go to any police barracks, any police barracks, you will see dehumanization. You see people living in, you know, in squalor. And I don't think that anybody can give what he doesn't have. When you dehumanize the police, they take it out on the citizens. And so this is some of the issues why we think that we need to focus on the police. Now, we want to appeal. We want to appeal to those who have spoken earlier. Had already said it all, but just for the purpose of emphasis, television stations should see this as a public service. That this is not a profit-oriented, project. It's about public service. So television stations should show understanding and you know, cooperate, partner with us, show it so that the people will watch it. Well, also corporate bodies. I want to thank Golden Penny. That's the very first, you know, body that has come forward, you know, to show support. We expect that many others will. We invited MTN, we invited other corporate bodies, including our own banks, the banks that we use, but I haven't seen them here. I do hope that. I want to thank the cast. Like I said earlier, we couldn't have got to where we are today if we had to pay their professional fees. They understood that this is not about profits. It's about, you know, conveying message that will help to solve social problems. So we thank them so much. But I want to assure them that what they have simply done is to invest into a future from which they will reap. Now, you know, the public has a lot of role to play. And of course, it is given that the police cannot function without public support. And I think that one comedian said, sometimes it is because the public misunderstands the police. When the police asks you for papers, stops you and asks for papers, it is not papers, it's pay pass. So you need to pay and pass. Because he cited a portion in Matthew where he said, cooperate with the officer while you are still with him on the way. Lest he hands you over to the church. Pastor in the house. I'll show you. Well, that was by way of because it's about comedy. So I thought I should end on so I want to thank you all for coming, and we hope that in the next few weeks this will start showing on television. We will come back to you.
Thank you. I just want the cast and crew once again to step out to take a bow. The cast and crew, I want all of them. We're going to have, but let them step out. This has the multi-talented director, award-winning director in Nigeria and abroad is also here. Thank you, Modode Yemi, Shefashi, Israel Adeseko, Sunday Afolabi. Oh yeah, please, let's. I just want to take a bow. Take a bow. Thank you. This has thank you. Thank you. These guys, they tried so much. Our director, one thing about our director, when it is 6 p.m., if you allow him to take Gary and Kondo,
everybody is going to bed.
everybody is going to sleep. So anytime the others say, I want Gary, you say no.
We'll see this. Let's have the honor of having a handshake.
Okay. Okay.
But okay, now. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Baba,
okay, thank you. Thank you. Baba General. Let's have a picture together. Thank you.
Is it outside or here?
Yes. We still go outside. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Take it out. Take it out. Thank you. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of the show. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Let me.